You know, this is one of those communities that I think you're gonna fall in love with after you watch this video, not only with the prices, but with everything that it has to offer. And best of all, the fact that we are standing in the top growing suburb around the entire Austin area, Georgetown, Texas. And first, I'm gonna show you this beauty right here, which you do not wanna miss that staircase. And then I'm gonna show you this one, which you will not believe the price. I couldn't believe the price. So stay tuned for that, guys. This community in particular has a brand new H-E-B coming, Costco and Target, so you do not want to miss this episode. Let's get started right now. Four bedrooms, 3.5 bath, and I'm gonna show you the best part of this home right at the beginning. Check this out. Wait for it. Look at that. You have that beautiful rotunda ceiling with a curved staircase, perfect for prom pictures of you and the kids. They may not want you in it, but perfect for that. And then of course, these giant windows, giant ceilings. So how about that for the first home, huh? Again, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, a little bit over 3,000 square feet, so plenty of space. And let's check out this kitchen. Beautiful. So you have enough space to have this breakfast spot here, right? And then, man, let me show you this view again. Look at that from this angle. And then you have a formal dining room as well. So now I know that this isn't super common anymore, but I honestly, personal opinion, of course, I think it's a nice touch, especially if you like to host Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, friends over, whatever. I think it's a really nice touch to have this, right? And then you still have your breakfast area, you still have the countertop to have the kids, you know, in the morning having breakfast. And then of course you can put your Christmas tree right here. So really nice feature, not your common open floor concept, even though this is pretty open at the same time. You have the living room here, kitchen, so you can host and have everybody here. Typically you would have the TV over that. But a really nice option overall. Now let's go back to the kitchen and show you some of the upgrades. This is definitely upgraded appliances with a KitchenAid fridge, KitchenAid stovetop. This is a giant stovetop, so if you love to cook, this is perfect. This is heavy duty, hardcore stovetop, gas of course, and then you have the gourmet setup. So how you're seeing this home with this builder is what you're gonna get all the time. Now, one thing that will change will be options like the fireplace, things like that. But most of what I'm showing you with this first home, you're gonna get with this builder. So if you're interested in this particular community, in this particular builder, you know what to do. Shoot me a text, give me a phone call, or schedule a Zoom on this QR code and we can help you find homes just like this one. Whether it's here in Georgetown, Texas, or anywhere around the Austin area, we can help you find the home and relocate to this area. If you live here in Texas, because I know you're watching, we can also help you through the process, but you have to reach out, don't be shy. Now, up next, let's go to the master. Okay, as we make our way to the master. So typically, guys, for those of you that don't know, in Texas, it is very, very common to have the master downstairs, just like this one, okay? Now, a really nice design on the ceiling. Very classic furniture, but it kind of gives you an idea of the space, right? You know, what you can have, the space. This is a king size bed with 2 nightstands. Obviously it doesn't have to look like this, but it gives you a nice idea for the space. And then of course, you can tell that they put most of the space for the master in the bathroom because look at this. Yeah. Super spacious master over here. And you can do lunges in here. Walk-in shower, beautiful walk-in shower. That is super spacious too. And then linen closet. We have the water room, and then the first test of the day. Nice. So if you're wondering what this is the stairs, okay? That's why you get this wall here. Now, to some of you, you know, that may be kind of awkward, but that's just the design of the home. I think, in my opinion, I think this definitely passes the Wi-Fi test, so give it a thumbs up. Now, one of the things that I love about this, and you would have to agree with me, the convenience of having the laundry room here go into your master or into your master closet. I think it's huge. I think it's super convenient. You can just come and drop off your stuff, keep it away, keep that mess away from the house. I really like that they have this counter on top of the washer and dryer, and then this is typically an upgrade, but I believe with this builder this is standard, so you would get these cabinets above the washer and dryer, so really nice storage space. And then here, which is nice, you have a half bath. Right as you walk in, let me turn the camera around and show you. So you have a half bath downstairs, right? Near the dining room, which is here, over there, and near the living room, so for when you're hosting. So half bath, and then the other room down here, downstairs, is the study. So super giant study if you look at it. I mean, look at all the drawer space, the desk, and much more space than that. Obviously 2 giant windows. So this could definitely be a study, or it could even be a guest room, because they can just use the half bath to wash up, right? And then if they need to take a shower, they can either go upstairs or use your master bathroom. All right, let's go upstairs and check out this beautiful curved staircase before we go up there. All right, we have made it upstairs. And as you can see, you have a game room. Really soothing music. And then check that out. You have a media room. Perfect space for you and the kids and the family. Watch the games, play video games, watch movies with you and the family. You know, I would have made this into the man cave, but I don't think some of you are liking that little skit that I'm doing. So we're gonna keep this a family room for movie nights, game nights, and of course, you know, once football season starts, this could be a great spot for that. Really nice space though. And it's always nice to have, especially if you have more than one kid, it's just good to have this separation of, you know, the game room here where they can play, do whatever, and then if the other one wants to go in and play video games or watch a movie, they have that separation of space, especially if they're having friends over. So if not, they can take up this entire space. So really nice spot. Okay, let's check out the rest of the bedrooms. First, we have this guy here. Really nice size. I think that's a queen or a full bed. You guys let me know in the comments. And then, oh yeah. See, this is when you know you have a top builders like the ones I'm showing you today, is when you get a walk-in closet in a secondary bedroom. Really nice option. And then we have that other bathroom. What's a full bathroom, right? Another bedroom. Which again, I think it's the same size bed. And then let's check this out. Yep, another walk-in closet. Such a nice, oh, it goes nice. Nice, nice, nice. Pretty cool. And then, because we have 4 total bedrooms, where's the other one? Let's see. Let me give you this view here. That's your entrance. And then we have this other bedroom. This seems bigger. That's a, maybe a queen size bed. But definitely bigger, with its own private bath. Wow, really nice. So 3.5 bath, like I mentioned before. And then once again, let me show you the shower. And once again, you have a walk-in closet. Now, if you're wondering what this door is, I'm wondering the same thing. And this would be attic space, yeah. So you have a nice attic space. You could even add some more plywood there if you wanted to increase the space, but still plenty of space. I know you're like, Julio, why are you showing us this? But hey, it's important for storage, right? Especially if you're coming from up north, where you're used to having a basement. For example, I have a family that found me here on YouTube, just like you did. They just moved to their brand new home in Georgetown, actually, as well. They were coming from Illinois. And I remember one of the first questions that they asked at the beginning when we first met over Zoom and we created a plan to help them move down here. They asked if we had basements, and we don't have basements around here. So for additional storage, typically, obviously you have the garage, and then you have these attic spaces that you can, you know, extend the plywood for more support, because you don't want all that weight to come down on the sheetrock or on the crosswalk, right? So yeah, that's what we have for storage. So something to keep in mind, if you're coming from up north where you're used to having basements, down here south, we don't have that. So keep that in mind. Okay, so if you're wondering what these lots look like, I'm gonna show you that next. But before I do that, I forgot to show you the pantry. I just realized that. So this is the pantry size, which, to be honest, it's a little bit on the small side, especially for this size home. Now, if you don't cook a whole lot and you eat out a lot, then this doesn't really matter. But this wouldn't pass the Costco test. So you guys know how much I love Costco. So now let's go check out this backyard. Covered patio, which is really nice. Plenty of space here for a grill. You already have the gas hookup for your gas grill, if you wanted to do that. And then check out the backyard. This is pretty standard here in this community. This is a 50-foot wide lot. So as you can see here, let me back up so that you can kind of get an idea. And then you also see the back of the house. As you can see, the majority of this community will have either stone or brick, so you know, on the sides of the house. So it gives it a better look, better feel. But yeah, this is the size of the backyard. With this 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, over 3,000 square feet, right around 3,100 square feet, a game room, a media room, and an office. You wanna know the price? All right, let's do that next. Crazy how tall these ceilings are, huh? And then of course, right behind you, like I showed you before, you have that curved staircase. So like I said, beautiful home that you're getting, right? For this very first home that I'm showing you. And for the price of this house, check this out, guys. So you have a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2-story home, as you saw, a little bit over 3,000 square feet. You're gonna get, pricing right now, it's anywhere from $550,000, $550,000, insane. And then up to $569,000, whatever, mid $500,000, which is unheard of for this size home, this builder in particular. Now, something to keep in mind with Weston Homes, one of the top builders around the area, and that is what I'm showing you in this community, only top builders, is that they only, for the most part, 90% of the homes that they sell are inventory homes, which means that you cannot change anything in the house, meaning what you see is what you get. But what I show you today, the majority of their houses look just like this Slight differences here and there, right? Depending on the package that they put in the house, but you will get these tall windows. You will get this curved staircase with a rotunda, so you will get those things, right? You more than likely will get a fireplace like this one. So even though it's an inventory and you cannot change anything in the house, you still get this high quality for a lesser price. So I actually had a family also that found me here on YouTube. They moved into their Weston homes out in Bee Cave, so a different community. Beautiful home, and then they're super happy. They moved in around November, if I'm not mistaken, of last year. They found me here on YouTube, and we were able to create a plan. They actually lived here in Texas, so if you're watching and you live here in Texas, we can do that for you. We can help you through the entire process. And remember, you know, if you're wondering, well, I don't need your help, Julio. Well, we're working for you. So imagine if you were taking a flight, right? And you don't really know your destination. You don't really know the steps that you need to take. Well, you would ask a pilot to fly that plane, right? You wouldn't fly that plane yourself. So that is the benefit of using a realtor like us. Of course, we're gonna help you through the process. We're working for you. We're not working for the builders. That's a question that I get a lot. A lot of people think that I'm working for all these different builders. No, 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 no. I'm working for you families out there that are trying to buy your first home, second home, move up home, whatever, you name it, build from the ground up. We can help you with that process. Okay, Julio, so where are you located? Specifically, we are in Georgetown, Texas. That's right, one of the top, fastest growing suburbs around the entire Austin area. But more specifically, where in Georgetown? So we are actually north of Lake Georgetown. More exactly, we're about 45 minutes from downtown Austin. And if you don't believe me, right now at 1 o'clock, if you take 183 Toll Road, which good news for you, it just got expanded all the way up to this area. So it's a straight shot to downtown Austin. Now, it comes at a cost, of course. You're gonna have to pay for that. But it's 45 minutes from this area, which typically would take you, honestly, about an hour and 20 minutes, maybe. It just depends which road you take. We'll say more about an hour. But anyways, just north of Lake Georgetown, a ton of growth coming to the area. So you have, if you're looking at a map, you have 183 to your west. You also have Ronald Reagan that is essentially making like a half loop just south of you. So if you're looking at a map, you see Ronald Reagan going kind of north and then cutting across east and then connecting with 195, I believe. So tons of options. But the best part about this area are the prices, guys, which I've already shared one with you, and the fact that it's growing. So if you want to get into an area that is for sure going to appreciate, and I can guarantee you that it's going to appreciate because of, honestly, this. A lot of people are seeking this beautiful scenery, tons of space, more quiet, more peaceful. This is definitely an area that is going to appreciate. And then of course you have the good sign of that HEB that's coming in. That's right, you have an HEB coming in 5 to 7 minutes away. Brand new HEB, huge HEB. And then of course, you have Target and Costco that are coming right down the street. So that is all indicators that this place is gonna blow up even more. You know, I remember a long time ago, people were complaining about, if you haven't heard about this neighborhood before, master plan community called Santa Rita Ranch, a lot of people were complaining about, man, it's so far away from everything. I just don't know if I can move all the way out there. And now, if you know anything about Santa Rita Ranch, it is the fastest growing master plan community around the area, I think like 5 or 6 years in a row. So, you know, a cheesy saying how it goes, if you build it, people will come. And if you can get in before those prices come up, and again, it's all speculation, but the fact that people look for this can only guarantee that prices are not necessarily gonna go down. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that this area will continue to grow, and with the price that I'm gonna share with you with this house coming up right here, this second home, you will not believe the price for all that you get. It is definitely a great opportunity. And before I let you go to that second home, the tax rate in this area is a 2.55%. So pretty decent, especially about normal for Georgetown. And then the HOA is $50 a month, and that includes the trash. So you don't have to worry about paying that utility service extra. And then look at this, guys. Look at this view right here. So beautiful, beautiful master plan community here in Georgetown, Texas. Super close to a brand new HEB. This is definitely a community and an area that you should be considering when it comes to moving to this area. Okay, so you will not believe the price of the second home, guys, but check this out. Super open floor plan concept, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2 stories. So as you can see the stairs going up there, around almost 2,300 square feet. But this kitchen, I honestly think this kitchen is bigger than that first home that I show you. And remember, you're supposed to leave me a comment on which home do you like best, the first one or the second one. But super spacious kitchen. Now you can see some of the differences in the upgrades, right? Not a stovetop, you have the range, right, with the oven and the stove at top. You don't have that gourmet setup where you have the oven and the microwave stacked, right? So you just have the microwave over the range. You don't have a single bowl sink. Here you have 2, right? Which I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of this, but hey, everybody's different. Me personally, I'd rather have just 1 bowl. But some people like the separation of the 2. But I do like the super open concept, right? Where you can, you know, host people over here, have them hang out here as well, or you have the kids maybe watching TV over there. One of them is eating breakfast here, eating dinner. Super open concept, so that's really nice. And then let's check out the pantry here. Wow, okay. So this pantry is actually bigger than that first home as well. Wow. And the price, again, you will not believe the price of this house. I can't believe it, so. And then we have the master behind the kitchen. Now, this reminds me of something. So let me tell you a little story. Me and my fiance just got done building our home. We moved about a month and a half ago out in Pflugerville. So if you have any questions about Pflugerville, I'm your man. So anyways, one thing that I didn't think about. So I'm literally the lightest sleeper on the planet. My fiance can sleep through World War III outside, a hurricane, you name it, the apocalypse, and she will not wake up. Me, on the other hand, I can hear everything. You know, I can hear anything that you can think of. I can hear it and it'll wake me up. So one thing that we didn't think about is that we have one of the walls of our master bedroom backs up, also shares a wall with the kitchen. So if she wakes up before me and she's, you know, making coffee or cooking breakfast, it'll wake me up immediately. So if you're a light sleeper like I am, I know, consider that when you're building the house or if you're buying a house like this. So, but again, if you don't have trouble sleeping, then it doesn't really matter. So this is the master. Let me give you the, so pretty spacious master, super, super spacious. King size bed, 2 nightstands, a lot of windows. Really nice. And now let me go this way, show you the master bath. 2 sinks here. Also very spacious. So very similar to that first home that I showed you. That's just a water room, right, with a toilet. And then you have a walk-in master shower. You can see the differences in the upgrades, right? You can, you know, the framing, instead of stone at the bottom, you have this acrylic, you know, bottom of the shower that has a name, and I'm going blank right now. You do have tile going all the way up to the ceiling, but still really nice finishes. But again, for the price, I think this is great. Now, here comes the second test of the day. Is this gonna pass the wifey test? For you wives out there, or husbands, you never know. You may have a lot of shoes. And what do you think, guys? I honestly, for the price, I would say this definitely passes the wifey test, 100%. Very spacious, it gets the job done. Oh, okay, so you have 2 closets. What? Oh, this definitely passes the wifey test and the husband test. Like, wow, this is really cool. I was not expecting this. And the best part, you have a Costco closet space for all your paper goods, whatever you buy at Costco, which is coming to the area. Well, I already shared that with you actually. Wow, this is cool. So again, you have this one back here. Now let's be honest, fellas. That's probably gonna be her purse and shoe closet. And then this is gonna be her clothes here, right behind you. And then guess what you're gonna get? You're gonna get this. Okay, so, but that's still very cool. 2 closets in one. That's man, this house, I don't know, again, you're gonna leave me a comment below, house number 1 or house number 2. And then another, again, huge fan of this, the fact that they have the laundry room connecting to the master bath. We don't have that in our house, and I wish we did. It's such a game changer in my opinion. It keeps everything in one place. You know, now you see some of the differences, right? The first home that I showed you had that countertop. It had a lot of cabinets. This one doesn't. But again, the fact that it's connected, great things to have. Okay, before we go upstairs, you have the half bath here, right? And back to the entrance. Now, if you're wondering, I'll show you that in a second, that other room. But this is the study that you would get. Now, with this builder, this could be a 4th optional bedroom. So instead of 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, you can get a 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, or maybe even 3 bath. But right now, this is set up as a study, which is nice. Now, if you're wondering what this door is, this would be the garage, but they have converted it into their design room. Now, if you're building with this builder, Chesmar Homes, great builder, they're almost a semi-custom builder. What that means is that they would be, and I've actually have clients build with this builder, meaning that they would be open to knock down a wall or add a wall within reason, but they have that option for a much lower price. And that takes me to something that you guys, so as I walk into the design center right here, something that you guys really have to know about this builder right now. This promotion, which you guys saw on the last video, make sure to check out that video as well. In Pflugerville, Texas, this builder's out there as well. That promotion that they have right here, I have never seen a promotion like that. And I'm not just saying that. Essentially, if you're building, this is if you're building from the ground up, right? You would come into a design center like this where you pick out the flooring, you pick out the color of the walls, you pick out everything. They will include all of those upgrades in your base price. So the only thing that you have to pay, again, listen, this is an amazing incentive that no other builder in the area is offering this. They will pay for all the upgrades. So what are the upgrades? The countertops, the cabinets like this, let's go see it real quick. The bathroom tile, right? Whether you get a walk-in shower or a tub, the lighting like this, right? The lighting like this, the countertops on the bathroom, whether you have a soft close, right? A soft close drawer or not, all those things. The flooring, which is a huge expense when you're building from the ground up, they're covering all that. Again, this builder, if you're building from zero, meaning if you pick your lot, so the dirt, then you go to a design center and you select the flooring, the cabinets, the countertops, everything, they will cover all those upgrades. And the only thing that you have to pay is the base price of the house. And I'll be sharing that with you here in a second, the prices, but unreal. So if you want to know more about this, where is this builder building, and walking you through that process, which can be a little bit intimidating, I can help you with that. Remember, the team and I can help you with that. And we're working for you. We're not working for the builder. We work for you families out there. Incredible opportunity, if you ask me. If I could do it all over again, I just got done building my home, I would definitely have picked this promotion, because we spent, just to give you some context, we spent about $30,000 on our floor alone. Now, that builder was offering a credit, but not as good as this one. I think it was half off. So, but still, flooring alone, which we got engineered hardwood throughout our entire house except for the wet areas, was $30,000. So imagine how much money you could be saving with this promotion. Unreal. So again, just unreal promotion. Let's go upstairs next. we have made it upstairs, and nice little game room up here. This ain't my first rodeo, that's right. This ain't my first rodeo showing you these homes. We know how to do this process, and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Okay, so let's check out the rest of the bedrooms with number 1 here. Oh, nice. I have a feeling, I haven't been up here, so we're seeing it together, that this is gonna be a Jack and Jill setup, I can already tell. But this is a cool little bed. It looks like it's a day bed or a fold-out bed. Nice setup with the forest in the back. And then you have, yep, you have the Jack and Jill setup. So really nice private sink for one of the kids or a guest. Shut that door, and then it keeps the shower private for anybody that's taking a shower. And then of course you have the other sink over here to keep it private. So now let's see that other bedroom here. More spacious than the other one. So now you can see some of the differences, right? In that home versus the second home. No walk-in closet, right? But still a spacious closet. And I like that it has the shelving, right? So a nice touch. And then this game room is really big. Some differences, but again, the price of this home, you will not believe it. And I think this is attic access as well. Yep, it is. So, oh, that was loud. Again, plenty of storage for things, Christmas stuff and other things. Oh man, that is loud. I don't think I show you the closet of this bedroom, did I? No, I did not. Where is the closet? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see what this closet. Oh, so this is a walk-in. Wow, it's big walk-in closet. Okay. All right. I see you, Mr. Builder. Nice option. Like they say, everything is bigger in Texas, and these prices, I don't know where I was going with that, but let me share with you the price. So, howdy do. Again, you will not believe the price of this house, but before I give you that, let's recap. So you can get this home, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, around 2,300 square feet with a game room that I'm sitting in right now. You also have the option of converting that study that I show you into a 4th bedroom. Pretty cool. So 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, almost 2,300 square feet. This is sitting on a 45-foot lot. And then this builder is also offering the 50-foot lot option. Now, let me remind you again, just like I mentioned briefly, the incredible incentive that this builder is offering. I wish I would have known about it, even though it just came out. But if I was building my house again, which I just shared with you, I would have definitely picked this promotion, because again, they are covering everything, and the only thing you have to pay is your base price, guys. The upgrades are all included, unreal. So the price of this house as an inventory house, what does that mean, Julio? If this is your first time watching me, it means that the home has already started construction and you cannot make any changes to the house, and it's gonna be ready either within a month or 2, or it's already ready and you can move in 30 days, 45 days. That price is $412,000. Again, unreal for all the space. 2 master closets, again, 2 walk-in master closets. I was not expecting that. I'm sure you were not expecting that. A walk-in pantry. Also, they have a promotion right now. If you buy the home in the next 30 to 60 days, you will get a fixed interest rate of 4.99% for 30 years, guys. I'm losing my words over here, but 4.99% fixed rate. If you compare it with the market rate, which is a 6.5%, you're looking at a difference of maybe $500 to $600 a month, and that is huge. So now, with that promotion, right, like I mentioned before, where you pick everything, you pay for the base price. The base price of this house is $419,000, and then they pay for everything. So honestly, now that I think about it, you'd be better off if you're not in a hurry to buy and you can wait 6 to 8 months, more like 6 months. You pay close to the same price and you get to select everything, how you want it, how you like it, and they pay for it. Unreal, unreal, unreal. Now, as you guys know, as I mentioned before, we are in Georgetown, Texas. We're more in the north side of the lake, a little bit further away from amenities. But again, like I mentioned before, the opportunity of getting into an area where there's not as many amenities, but they're coming because as HEB is showing, just right down the street, 7 minutes away, 5 minutes away, it's just a matter of time before this area continues to explode. Georgetown, Texas being one of the fastest growing suburbs around the entire Austin area. Target, Costco, this is the time, right? If you're ready to buy, of course. The time to buy is not whenever somebody tells you to buy, is when you're ready financially, emotionally. And guess what? We're in a buyer's market. If you want to take advantage of that buyer's market, this is the time to do it right now. If you want to learn more about other opportunities in Georgetown, make sure to check out this video. If you want to know my opinion on the best top suburbs around the area, around the Austin area, make sure to check out this video. Until next time, howdy do, ma'am.